Hey, you guys, today I'm going to show you how to make these really easy gluten-free crusty French rolls. They're just like my artisan bread. In fact, they are made with the very same dough. So if you have some in your fridge, you can make these right now. So let's get into it. This is my gluten-free artisan bread dough that I had in my fridge, covered of course. I will leave a link above for the video, and I'll also leave a link below for the recipe for how to do this. And it is so simple, you guys. This can sit in a fridge for like 10 days, and it just gets better with age, actually. In my opinion, it gets easier to knead even. It's just perfect. I love it. And I'm going to show you without cutting out any bits how to properly knead this dough. A lot of people tell me that their dough is really sticky, and I'm here to tell you if it is super duper sticky and you are unable to knead it like this, you've done something wrong, either in the making of the bread flour blend or in the recipe itself for the dough, and I'm guessing it's in the bread flour blend. If you've substituted anything within that, you need to go back through, check your measurements, check your substitutions. Maybe that substitution just doesn't work. I haven't tried all the substitutions that I suggest, but I can only say, give it a try. If it doesn't work, try something else. So you see all this extra flour that I am adding. This is my gluten-free flour blend, the bread flour blend, and I add as much as I need. It can take it. I've formulated this recipe so that it can take extra flour as needed to get it into the shape and the consistency that you want. So don't be alarmed or worried if you add up to maybe a quarter, maybe even a half a cup more of the flour blend while kneading. That is perfectly normal. So I'm only making half of this dough, and I put away the other half because we only need like 7 or 8 rolls right now. But you can make the entire batch if you want. And now I'm just dividing them with my bench scraper into about 2-ounce pieces. Those are for small rolls. You can also make them larger, like 4 ounces, if you want to use them for like a sandwich or a hamburger. So once you roll them out or divide them, you want to kind of press into a flat like pancake and then take the edges and kind of fold them into the middle and then make like a little package. And we're going to flip that over, and on an unfloured surface, because you need that friction, you need it to actually stick to get the nice round, just roll it around with your hand shaped in like a backwards C. And then of course putting more flour down, lay your shaped rolls on that flour and just keep going. It's just that simple to make these rolls, and they are so good, you guys. If you've made my artisan bread, you know how good these rolls will be because it's the exact same recipe. So we're going to get them onto a parchment lined baking sheet about like 4 to 5 inches apart or so. They're not going to grow extensively. They're not going to get huge, but they will get a little bit bigger in their rising for sure. And then we want to cover them with plastic wrap loosely. And another thing that people don't allow for is extra time for rising, because we just took this bread dough out of the fridge. So it's already very cold, and you have to just allow extra time for proofing, more than you would with a gluten-filled recipe. So see, it's a little cooler in my house. These took about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get to this point. And they're only like they barely look much different, right? So we're going to slash them. This is a lamb. I'll leave a link for that below if you want. You can also use a very sharp knife. and we're going to get them into a 450 oven for 10 to 12 minutes, spraying with water or creating steam. I've got all that information in the actual recipe. They are so good, you guys. Crusty on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside. So good. Enjoy.